Welcome back to Underrated Movies. I'm your guy, I'm your man, Mr. Mountain Henry, and today I'd like to talk to another underrated film that was recommended by one of the viewers here. And this is actually a film I've been curious about, and I'm actually glad that they recommended it to me because this was pretty good film. And this film is called Headshot. It is starring I'm not gonna pronounce your name, buddy. I'm sorry. But the guy from the raid, I do know how to pronounce your first name, Iko. And then it also stars one of the actresses who happened to be in the raid part two, and then a few other actors, Chelsea Islan and then Sunny Pang. And it's a story centered around a man who washes up ashore uh, with amnesia, and a nurse tries to help him out, tries to nurse him back to health until suddenly violence starts to erode where the criminals, supposedly, that this man may have had ties to, is coming after him and finding that they may go after the girl that's been nursing him back to health. And this is your typical revenge rescue kind of movie, action film, and this one does deliver. Um, and the more I'm watching more Indonesian action films, the more I'm curious to know the kind of style that their films are when it comes to martial arts action. Because, well, I am familiar with The Raid. I love the second one. I did see another film that has the similar vibes of The Raid, and this one kind of does too. So I wonder if that's the vibe for all these Indonesian movies, which I'm actually intrigued because I kind of want to figure out and experiment with what other films are out there action genre wise, but I'm open to, you know, other movies. But this here, I do think this film is pretty great. In fact, I love how brutal, maybe not as brutal as The Raid 2, but this film does not hold back when it comes to the violence. It is your little Jason Bourne kind of style movie without the excessive shaky cam and more violence that escalates into this film. And what I really loved about, well, love is a strong word, but what I really enjoyed about this film is I love the performances here. I love the performances from all the actors, but most particularly, I love the villain. The villain is very intimidating. I think the actor name is Sunny Pang, and he's familiar. I think I've seen him from another Indonesian film, but his character is so scary. But as you learn more about him, you do see this character have a very caring and passionate side for the people he really cares about. I'm not saying to say that to be a little more sympathetic towards his character because the guy he's evil. That he has for our main protagonist, and I won't spoil much of this film, and I don't want to explain too much of the plot details because it does enter spoiled territory, and I don't want to do this because because guys, you do got to check this out if you're looking for a heavy-handed uh, martial arts action movie. But one thing though I did notice in comparison from this to the raid that the action here doesn't feel more dancey, stylized fighting. The raid felt like that. This one here felt more guerrilla, guerrilla style fighting. And that's the one thing I've noticed between the two, comparing the two movies, that this film feels more aggressive when it comes to the fighting sequences. It felt more it felt more realistic. I think that's the best way I could say it. Like realistic martial art fighting that I could see with this. And I'm not a martial artist, so who knows what I can sell you when it comes to martial art fighting. I don't. I can't. but but just from comparing from the fight sequences here to the raid, this one feels more. It feels more raw, raw, if that makes sense. Despite me saying I like the raid do better, I do appreciate. There's actually a few action scenes I really liked in here because when the action comes in, it doesn't let up. Like it just keeps going and going and going. Uh, I love the action scene where Iko is fighting the two guys in the what was it? Was it no, the police station? It was the police station where they tried to ambush him. And I love that fight scene that he has with the dude against the shotgun. He shifts, moves the shotgun around, and tries to fight the guy. And I love this fight scene that came after that. What I also do love is the fight scene he has with the main villain, and I don't want to spoil what the connections are between the two, but man, you felt raw emotion in those fight scenes, and that's something you don't normally get in a lot of these martial art action movies. And in fact, ever since this actor broke out with the raid, and yeah, he's been doing these martial art movies that feel like they're a tribute to like these martial arts or these action movies back in the 90s, like these 90s action all-star movies. And I get it, there's just a certain kind of maybe his acting range and his language is off, but this guy, and I think it's amazing the way he's able to channel raw emotion and just his performance. The guy is a great action actor, and I think that's despite his skill set. I think this actor is underrated when it comes to delivering well, um, emotionally driven, um, hard hitting scenes when it comes to action. If that makes sense, and I love it in his facial expression, the way he gives it. You feel it as he performs these fight scenes. You feel that emotion, and that's rare in these kind of movies, in these martial art driven action films. That's extremely rare. Felt it when his performance for even in the raid 2, right? Or in the first two raids. What I do, well, I wouldn't say a flaw. I mean, I'm not gonna say this is a flaw, but I mean the story is kind of it's nothing new, but it's no, I had a great time with this film. This film, I just love how brutal. Um, I love how well the characters were written. Uh, there were a few moments where I kind of did wish they didn't do a lot of shaky cam with some of these moves here, but you know what? I won't nitpick. I had a great time with this film. Uh, it's definitely underrated. and it's currently available on Netflix. I had the chance, and thank you to the commenter who recommended this film to me. In fact, this film was actually on my list for quite some time. And hell, if you're looking for a good, exciting, no holds barred action, bloody goodness, man, I'm telling you, you need to check out Headshot. Headshot, have you seen it? Comment below. Let me know if you have, and let me know what is your favorite underrated movie. And you know what? If you and anybody out there who watches a lot more Indonesian movies than I have, uh, if you have any more to recommend, whether it's action or comedy or any kind of genre, I'm open to it. Please listen in the comment section below, and I will see you guys next time.